I've been following the discussions around gender affirming care, and I've been following, obviously, frankly, the discussions in the United States that we also see on these issues, right? And there's kind of a trickle down that comes across from the American conversations and the sort of very polarized way it plays out in the United States. And that trickles across, and I feel like a lot of it trickles across first and foremost to Alberta. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure why that is,
We
but
call it like Texas of the North because it's very similar in some ways, like very conservative. And so even in the last little while here, Danielle Smith, our premier, has come out with these
yes.
new things that she wants to incorporate where it's, making it a lot more just hard for trans kids. I've had some really good conversations with my parents and other people who are just like, I don't get it. Like why shouldn't they? Like parents should have lots of control for their kids. And I feel conflicted myself sometimes because it's like, yes, parents should be the main person the kid's talking about this stuff with. So many trans kids don't have that relationship with their parents. And so that's where it's really hard.
There's a whole range
Right.
of how we understand the right to self-determine for children who are minors under care, and where do those boundaries start and stop when parents are not the ideal, supportive, emotionally and morally empowering and present for the children, and what is the role of law and democratic regulatory framework?
Mhm.
Is the role of the law to say we need to understand that there's going to be guardrails needed for the vulnerable teenagers that are facing critical decisions about their life, that need to have some agency, and where they're not actually getting any support at home.
What would a guardrail be?
I think it's making sure that those teenagers are having access to full information, the medical profession, mental health professionals, parents, other trusted adults. There needs to be a multiplicity of adults who they trust and can get good information to get the full view of what's happening in their lives and how they can be thinking about and supported in navigating that. And I think the legal frameworks should be supporting that course of action, because how can we expect informed consent when you're not getting all the range of information? Most professionals, unfortunately, are not always encouraged to do the full interdisciplinary conversation across multiple viewpoints.
I think that's a lot of people. Like a lot of people are scared to have a different viewpoint and to have their kid have a different viewpoint than what they have. And
Sure. The
how
pressure is real,
how do
right?
we help people have more comfort with looking at many different viewpoints?